Now this next one is more for public information really, and you know some of these things do pop up on social media and people talk about not only with goal line dropouts, and we're just going to show an example here of what happened with Daly Cherry-Evans in the Sea Eagles Titans game, and he takes a goal line dropout. But misinformation circulates around about how players now effectively place themselves offside by getting in front of the ball. Now, I'll show this and we'll talk about it as I do. But you can see there, so Daly, in this case, we'll focus on this particular angle because it gives us the best look at it. So you can see Daly steps way over the goal line, but then because of the way players kick these days, and particularly when they're trying to kick to contest the ball, which we see often from goal line dropouts and we see less often for 50-metre restarts, but so he steps over to get that angle, but then when he drops the ball, you'll see the ball, when the boot hits the ball lands right on the goal line. Now he's got his left foot in front of the ball, and some people are saying, well, he's offside. Well, you can't be offside from your own kick. So I just wanted to clear that up. And some people may say, well, you're wrong because this is what the international laws say, and it says a player who kicks off or drops out shall be penalised if he, or she, for that matter, advances in front of the appropriate line before kicking the ball. Now, this rule has been around forever, and it was written at a time when no one was ever had any part of their body in front of the ball because everyone was what they used to call toe pokers. So whether you were drop kicking or whether you were goal kicking, you were always behind the ball. And now, of course, with the around the corner type kicking for restarts of play from the halfway and restarts from the goal line dropout, this is actually referring to, what this point A is referring to and has always referred to, is a player who actually doesn't kick the ball on the line. So in other words, he might step over the line and take the kick a metre over the line. But it's the ball that's important, not the player, because you can't be offside from your own kick. So yes, he has to kick the ball on the line or behind the line. If he had stepped out as he did when we just looked a moment ago and then kicked the ball, made contact with the ball half a metre across the line, in front of the line, into the field of play, different story. Then that would be a penalisable restart because he has kicked the ball in front of the appropriate line. So I know social media will go nuts saying you're wrong, but I'm not wrong. That's what the rule was always intended to do. It's just that the style of kicking has changed and you can't be offside from your own kick. Any questions on that one?
Not on that because it's pretty straightforward, but my mind's gone to a different place. Jog my memory because it involves Cherry-Evans. There was a game a few weeks ago where Manly had a penalty and he was given the mark once, stepped over, was asked to take it again, stepped over, was asked to take it I think a third time.
Yeah.
In that instance, what power does the ref have? Like, would it be a penalty? Could it be a penalty to the other team if the referee says you've gone over the mark too many times?
No, I remember the incident quite well, and the referees do allow some latitude now, particularly because they don't actually put a physical mark on the ground. You know, they don't go over like in rugby union and stick their heel in the ground and say, there's the mark. So they do give it a little bit of latitude, but they shouldn't be given that much latitude. So if a player oversteps the mark once because he's not certain where the mark is and the referee gives him another chance, I think that's fine. But having been given that second chance, they shouldn't get a third chance. But it won't be a penalty, it would be a scrum. It would be a scrum with the feed and loose to the opposition team. So that's, you can't stand there all day saying, well, you know, this is now your sixth attempt at trying to kick the ball on the mark. You know, so I think that they, in circumstances where they don't have a defined mark but the referee thinks they've gone past it, I'm happy for them to bring it back once, but I think they only get two attempts, in my view. And I wouldn't be giving them any more attempts than that. If they haven't got the message after the first chance, then they should have the ball taken off them and a scrum should be packed.